Hey guys, got an awesome product here today I wanted to review with you guys. It's from Parkdale Hobby Products. The product name is XFL Crossing Signal Detector Flasher with a crossing bell sound circuit. I saw this product about 3 years ago on eBay. And I always wanted to have some nice flashing gates and lights on my railroad, and I feel like this is the best way to go. It's infrared, works daytime, nighttime, any kind of lighting. You don't have to put any holes under your tracks, drilling under your tracks, possibly messing up your road bed. It's a pretty awesome system. If you know anything about my railroad, it's the crossing lights you see on Riverside Road on my first modulo I ever built. Those are NJ International signals. This system recommends you use Tamar or NJ International signals, or if you have those Walters, you're going to have a resistor on your black wire. They come with 3 wires off each signal, and the black wire you have to put like 1,000 resistor on there. I believe that's what the old instruction says. So if you have some Walters, catalytic signals, or flashers, just put a resistor, I think 1,000 resistor on the black wire. But Tomar and NJ International are common positive signals. I think that's setup is called. So yeah, it's pretty awesome system, man. But this is the box. This is the guy who makes it. Parkdale Hobbies, David, Cincinnati, Ohio. It's on eBay all the time. Just go on crossing signal gates and scroll down. You'll see him. Parkdale Hobbies XFL is the name of the product. So this is the box it came in. I already opened it. So let's go to the table. So I made a small setup here. I don't like to have things hanging off my layout, and if there's ever a problem, I can get to things. So I just picked a board. Actually, I'm working on this will be Paw Paw Avenue, but I just grabbed the board. I just pre-made some. It doesn't really matter. I just get another sticker, and instead of Pier Road, it'll be Paw Paw Avenue crossing. So here's the main unit. You got what they use, infrared detectors and infrared LEDs. This is the infrared LEDs. And according to the instructions, those are right here in this section. Your infrared detectors, well, they go up here. And I will show you later on how to wire all this stuff up. It looks like it could be set up under the table, along the track sides. So this is the intro to it. This is the sound modulo that comes with it. You have 2 switches there. This is the loop. If it's in the down position, it'll keep repeating itself. It's just the bell function. You have a spot for 2 speakers. This speaker came with it. This is the slot for the amplified sound, and another spot for another speaker with non-amplified sound. So if you want it even louder, you can do so. To change the sound and loudness of the speaker, you just turn this button right there counterclockwise. Say if you're from Canada or Australia or wherever, and they got a different crossing sound than our American sounds, hold that button down right there and you can record whatever sounds you want. This is just your actuators to let you know that the system's working. This system here also works with this one. You just have to splice your power supply. So as you can see, there's your black wire, red wire, and it goes right into this output right there. So just splice you an extra spot for a positive and negative and run it right into the main power supply. So the instructions on this bad boy, this is what the system looked like in the beginning on the Riverside modulo that I have. It didn't have a bell option. It just kind of looks like this, just your flashers. Instructions are very simple. You need a 12-volt DC regulated power supply. It should be regulated. You can get these things from any good place like Walmart. I assume Best Buy might have these. I ordered mine from Walmart. I clearly punched it in. I needed a 12-volt DC regulated power supply, and they popped up for right around 10 to 20 bucks. Depends on which design you go with. So here's a close up, just to give you an idea before you buy this. This unit is 60 bucks. One without the flasher, which is an old picture right there. That one's right around 35, 40. So you could pretty much, Tomas signals, NJ International signals for your crossings, road crossings, run about $35 for one street. So you're looking at pretty much $100 a street. Pick your poison. Like I say, this one's 60 bucks. There's other companies out there. Berkshire Junction offers some kind of system right around the $100 mark. So the power supply, this detector system here, infrared and sound speaker there, you can get right around under 100 bucks. You're gonna say 60 for the system, about 14 bucks for the power supply, and 30 bucks for your signals. I went and got some really fancy ones because I wanted some cantilever signals to sit here and over here. So it's the Boulevard style. They're a little more. Waiting to get to the hobby store. That's why I don't have them yet. And the store opens tomorrow after this Corona crap gets released from Michigan's really strict on that. So the store opens tomorrow and I can get in there and get the signals. But for right now, what I'm gonna do, you have a set of detectors that go on this side of the track and your infrared LEDs. So what you do is, I've already drilled the hole right there. You can slightly bend these a little, but not a lot, to put them in a 90-degree angle. And what you do is you aim them right at each other. So I'm gonna have one sitting right here on this block. Try your damnness, however you want to say it, to make sure this is level across. The instructions say it shouldn't be more than 20 inches apart. You can hide these inside of electrical cabinets, right-of-way boxes. You know, if there's a street that I'm working on here, there should be a relay box. BLMA sell those kind of boxes, trackside boxes. Walter sell those that you can hide this in. But I'm just gonna lay them like so and go right over the top with clump foliage. You'll never be able to see this light again, or the detector. I'm just letting you know where it is now. I use red straws. Fatter the straw, the better. Chick-fil-A straw. Not that old limpy kind, you know, that has the gooseneck, but make sure it's a big, thick straw to help feed these wires through, because you don't want to be destroying this stuff. It's all heat shrink and nicely done. This is my second unit. It works in all kinds of weather. I'm in Michigan. I leave this stuff outside all year long in my garage. It fires up every single time. I haven't had one light LED to infrared detector there failure. So like I say, you aim them across from each other. I'm not going to waste your time showing you how to drill a hole under your layout and run it. But just to say, hey, if I didn't want to drill it, these are almost thin enough that you could put those on some kind of Walther's phone poles. You know, the bottom wires of a phone pole anyway is cable wires, the real thick black ones, like DirecTV and not DirecTV, AT&T, Frontier, all those black cables along the bottom. You know, if you didn't want to drill under your layout, you can put phone poles and run them to your system to say, like, so that's up to you how you want to do it. I'm putting mine right under the table. Um, this just appears to be solid copper wire, so if you need to extend them, if you need more room, this looks like to be about 2 feet, 3 feet worth of wire. Only thing I see so far is a potential downfall. Okay, you see, this is the beginning. So the train comes by, trips it. As long as your train is long, it will keep going. This thing will go for 6 seconds until you hit the final end, which will be along this side for me, right about at the nose of the CSX loco there. Drill a couple of holes there and bring it up from that side. If you need more length, I think you can just solder some more solid wire. It doesn't look to be stranded. Keep it what it is. I'm going to contact the seller and see if I can add approaches here, maybe some approaches there, kind of like the other systems you see. But what I do for mine, if I got a short train, like I say, just 2 engines running light, or 4 or 5 car manifest, a local, I'm a conductor and an engineer, so I know where these things are. Eventually I'm going to paint one of the ties white or something, just to remind myself if I got a short train and I don't want to add any more work. I've already spent $100. What's the big deal of holding my hand right here? It operates under the same principles as a door you going into the grocery store. You trip the imaginary line and the system goes and does what you asked it to do. As long as this is blocked, it's going to actuate. You move your hand, you know, it's all good. So if you got a short train, just leave your hand there until it crosses the street, and you got about 5 seconds before it'll automatically shut off. I like the system. It's cheap. It works every single time. I can use fancy signals. I'm into simplicity and easy. I'm not about nothing, no stupid books and manuals and all these terminal boards. What I'm using in the future is also infrared signals. Pre-drilled hole there, and the train comes by. You get it about an inch and a half away from the track outside rail, and the system picks up to lets it know that a train comes by. The signals are always in green, and when you trip by it, it's going to turn red for so many seconds, yellow, then back to a clear signal. I'll be showing you that later. Everything I'm doing on my railroad will be modern, infrared. I don't care if it's nighttime, bright time, who cares, man? I hate systems, photocell crap that if the lights aren't on, it don't work. I don't roll that way. I want simplicity. I don't want a 15-page manual. I don't want to be drilling all up under my layout. This hobby needs to advance to get away from all this stupid wiring, and it needs to start going Bluetooth. This is an awesome system, but I don't see why other manufacturers haven't done this yet. You could have had a piece of flex track with this kind of setup on it, roadbed all included, that you could drop this in and have your signals working. It's an awesome hobby, but when it comes to signals, trackside or road crossing, this hobby sucks in that. So I'm going to try my best to help bring you up to snuff. I see all you guys with these awesome crossing signals and they're just as dead as a doorknob. So I'm here to help you with this. This is part 1 to keep it short. Part 2 is installation.